Here we are at the Phoenix Raceway for the final race of the Target Series on the West Coast Swing, the Gatorade 300 in the heart of the Arizona desert here at this 1 mile oval. On pole for today's race is Jonathan Rains in the 9.2s, outside is the 70 of Luke Rainey. Then third you have Joe Jefferson, fourth is Jason Larker, and rounding out the top five you got Jim Gamet. Two's outside, sixth you have Max Anderson, seventh is Marcos Yepez, eighth is Steve Larker, ninth Justin Ethan, rounding out the top 10, Adam McDowell. Then for the rest of the field, you got Patrick Smith, two's inside Michael Ferris. Then Justin Zeidel and Michael Sarens took the terrible tumble just last race at Las Vegas. Then you got Steve Morgan and points leader Gatlin Downey and last race winner. Then you got Alex Stewart and Jay Jefferson, Christian Parker and Jake West, along with Jeff Bright and Levi Shones, and James DeCurligan and Isaac Nichols. Then John Gamet and Joe Sandrovich, TJ Hanley and Jonathan Buford, Jennifer Buford and Wyatt Walker. Then you got Jose Fernandez and Roland Emmerich, Colton Yo and Juan Garcia. Then Roland Cook and Eli Bright, Jake Galloway and John West, Tim Randolph and Alexander Rowan. Rounding out the field, you got Coluigi and Marcus Sachi, starting 42nd and 41st respectively here today. Jonathan Rains out front as we get to the starting command to fire the engines.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Settle in, relax, take a deep breath. It's a long, hard race. Gotta pace yourself.
Great command to fire the engines as cars roll off the starting grid. Rains and Luke Rainey on the front row. As a car did not get going in the pack, wonder who that was. It was actually two cars, Levi Shones and Wyatt Walker, both of which not getting going, really held up the rear end of the field. Hopefully they can get caught up before we get to the green flag. It looks like it'll be very close if they can or not. So two cars not getting going, Wyatt Walker and Levi Shones. Pace car to pit road. Rains and Luke Rainey on the front row for the start of this 30-lap race at Phoenix. We're racing green flag. Already contact at the front of the field as they race down the back stretch. Joe Sandrovich got a little physical there with Jonathan Rains to take the race lead. As they hit 3 and 4, now here comes Jefferson's teammate Jim Gamet, drives it to the bottom lane. And off of 4, the 30 way up top, as around they go hard into the outside wall for the 14 Jake West. And we're going to stack them up on the front straightaway. West on his side. We got some others in it, as these guys still yet to take the caution flag. Marcos Yepez to the bottom of Jim Gambit. So they hit 3 and 4. Yepez clears the 31 off of 4 they come. Marcos Yepez leads us back to the yellow flag as there was a big crash on the front straightaway. Jake Galloway, Tim Randolph, Eli Bright, Coluigi possibly involved, and some others. As it looked like the 09 might have been the first go around Patrick Smith, and then that just catapulted from there. Caution 1 on lap 1. Let's check out what happened. Here it is, racing hard off of turn 4. Jay Jefferson into the 09 of Patrick Smith, and then down into Jake West in the 14. And it spins the 09 into Jake West, and West just gets hooked right back to the right hard into the outside wall for them. Zeidel, Christian Parker with damage. Isaac Nichols right there gets some damage. Jonathan Buford, Juan Garcia, Marcus Sachi. John West on his side, and ends up back on all 4 wheels, thankfully. But man, what a hard crash that was, as so many cars involved in that one. Look at this in real time. Hard hit right up into the outside wall. The 1 does drive away, the 01, the 7, the 20 I believe got away. You can see Christian Parker there to the inside. Coluigi having to take evasive action to avoid it in the 32. Some others on the outside able to avoid it, like the 88 and some others. They were able to get on the brakes and miss it. 99 got some damage. Steve Morgan, 30, and then you can see right there, TJ Hanley got hit pretty hard by Marcus Sachi going up the track. So caution 1 early on this race. Back to the line first, it was the 41 Marcos Yepez. He'll lead us back to the green flag as well. Going back green this time, lap number 7, Marcos Yepez and the 41 out front. And because of that crash, Patrick Smith and Tim Randolph, the only 2 to retire, surprisingly. Wyatt Walker and Levi Shones are both 2 laps down after not being able to start the race. They're back out on track now, though. And Jake West, after being on his side, he's only 1 lap down in the number 14, still on the racetrack, as we have 37 cars on the lead lap on track. Marcos Yepez is out front. In second, you have Jim Gamet, Justin E. third, Joe Jefferson 4th, and Michael Ferris 5th. Then you got Jonathan Rains in 6th, Michael Sanders 7th, Luke Rainey 8th, 9th, Max Anderson, and Jason Larker rounding out the top 10. Your points leader right there in 11th. Gatlin Downey has 3 top 5s in 3 races this season, looking to make it 4 for 4. See back there, the 87 kind of slow getting up. up to a speed 14. And you can see all these guys damaged at the back. So pace car back into pit road. Yepes steps on the gas on the restart zone. We're back racing. 41 with a pretty good restart there, but Jim Gambit did stay with them. 41 up the track. Everyone else, though, using that higher lanes. They race down off of 2. Single file all the way back. Who's going to be the first to make a move? Justin Heath to the bottom of the 31 of Jim Gambit for second. They race side by side off of 4. Jim Gambit with the run off the top, though, trying to clear. They enter turn number 1. Still side by side for a second. Justin Heath drives it to the bottom. Clears the 31 off of 2, and Justin Heath now to second. Now can Jim Gambit get down line in front of his teammate Joe Jefferson? Or Jefferson have too big of a run entering turn number 3. To the bottom goes the 30. Gets underneath the 31. Justin Heath underneath the 41 for the race lead. They race off the corner side by side into the stripe. Heath barely leading that lap. No, I think they're giving it to Marcos Yepes right there. I would say that was about a thousandth of a second that he probably led that lap by, as they're still side by side for the race lead. Joe Jefferson clears for 3rd, as Jim Gambit back to 4th now, and Michael Ferris up to 5th in number 18. Justin Heath, as the caution has come out once again, as Justin Zeidel has heavy damage to that number 6. Heath leads us back to the line, and the 6 car wrecks off of turn number 2, caution number 2 at Phoenix. This actually happened with a lap car. Justin Zeidel in the 6 and Wyatt Walker racing 2 laps down with the 6 and spins him. 6 running in the top 15, that's pretty uncalled for if you're Wyatt Walker. You don't, why wreck a lead lap car when you're 2 laps down? It gets John Gambit and TJ Hanley. Hanley's bad start to the season continues as he gets into the 38. I don't know if it's too big damage there on those 2 cars, but definitely damage to them. It's pretty much uncalled for there. A lap car wrecking a lead lap car. Just pretty common. You see these lap cars racing with the lead lap cars all the time. You wonder, when will it stop? When will they finally gain some sense? Oh yeah, 38 has some pretty heavy damage there, as he hit pretty hard. But I don't know about the 44. Looked like he hit him pretty hard, but you never know with these cars. They could be tough sometimes. They could be very, very fragile. So we'll just have to see once we get back to the green if the 44 is still up to speed. Meanwhile, Justin Heath led them back to the stripe and will lead us back to the green flag. Number 23 of Justin Heath out front at Phoenix. Coming back green on lap number 14, so it'll be 17 laps to go when we get the green flag. Justin Zeidel's out. We have 36 cars now on the lead lap. Justin Heath out front. Marcos Yepes back to 2nd. Joe Jefferson 3rd. Jim Gambit back to 4th. And Michael Ferris 5th. Then you got Jonathan Rains in 6th. Luke Rainey up to 7th. Max Harrison 8th. Jason Larker 9th. And rounding out the top 10 got Michael Sanders, the lap car of Levi Jones. Is 2 laps in. He's trying to fight his way up there, get a lap back, and hope for a yellow once he gets up there. Gatlin down to your points leader. I don't know where he's gone. He might have come down pit road, actually. Yeah, the 52 came down pit road from the 12th position. So an issue to your points leader. He's going to be at the back of the field now. Justin Heath leads us to the green flag. It's back out. We're back racing, and Heath gets away from Yepes on the restart. Yeah, Marcos Yepes left sleeping there on that restart, but Joe Jefferson might look to the inside right here through 1 and 2. Almost into the 41 as they race down the backstretch. 4 car out of line back there. Jim Gambit now looks for the 3rd position underneath his teammate. Luke Rainey underneath Jonathan Rains behind them. And Colton Young coming to the front, number 4. Side by side for 3rd still. To the stripe, Joe Jefferson has it. He's going to clear Jim Gambit. Looks like no Gambit tries it hard into turn number 1 on the bottom lane. It looks like the outside's going to work for him, though. Pretty good racing up towards the front. Colton Young, or excuse me, that's the 4. Jason Larker making his way up to the front. He's underneath Luke Rainey now, so they're in a side-by-side battle for the 6th position. And still for the 3rd position, teammates battling hard. Jim Gambit and Joe Jefferson. Some great racing at the front. Gambit might get this time into 3 and 4. He does. Joe Jefferson lets him go. As for the race lead, Yepes underneath Justin Heath drives it to the bottom lane, and down the front stretch they come. Heath leads that lap on the outside lane. Behind him, look at this battle here. Jason Larker marching his way forward. Gets into the top 5 with a pass on Michael Ferris. And Yepes clears Heath. Want to see how the 44 TJ Hanley is running. Remember, he hit the 38 as he was spinning. It looks like that car is still up to speed. but on the outside lane and falling back. So 13 laps to go here at Phoenix. Front 6 get away. And 7th place, Michael Sanders. Luke Rainey is now 8th. Max Anderson to 9th. And top 10 battle between Jonathan Rains, Alex Stewart, and Adam McDowell. Heath back on Marcos Yepez. Looks to the inside 3 and 4. Push that 41 off the track. Joe Jefferson trying to clear Jim Gammett back there for 3rd. Marcos Yepez keeps that race lead. Where's your points leader? Gatlin Dennett. Remember, he came down pit road. Back here, he's made no ground. Up to 36th. Having trouble getting by these damaged cars even. So a possible problem there in the 52. He's not up to speed. Everyone's up in 4th gear for the most part. He's down in 3rd gear still. 01, James DeCurligan. Problem to the apron he goes. I don't know what's wrong with that 01 car. I don't know if he just had something go wrong on the backstretch, but he's now up to speed, it looks like. Unless that car is blowing up, possibly. Which could be the case here. Big battle for the race lead still. Yepez not giving it up. Justin Heath trying to keep it. Coming to 10 laps to go. If these guys keep battling, watch for Joe Jefferson, Jim Gammett to get up here. Although Levi Schoen's doing a great job battling through the field. Too little too late, though. He's 2 laps down in the 38th position. He would have needed to get up there faster, get a caution, get around. Then he would have had to get another lap back. So Schoen's only thing he can hope for is get past the leader and get 1 lap down only. Now it's a 3-horse race at the front. Justin Heath leads the train. Yepez in 2nd, Jefferson in 3rd. Then Jim Gammett now 4th. And Jason Larker trying to pass the lap car and stay in that 5th position. If the leaders wreck, watch out for that as well. Yepez looks to dive into the bottom. He does to give some contact to the 23. And Yepez leads that lap half a car length. 8 laps to go. And the battle for 4th behind is really helping the front 3 pull away. Joe Jefferson watching this battle in front of him, wondering when he's going to make his move. As Yepez clears Heath. Now Jefferson looks to the inside for 2nd. Can Joe Jefferson get there in time? He drives it to the inside. Pushes that 41 up. 3 cars with a shot with now 7 laps to go. Jefferson on the inside. Yepez and Heath on the outside. Jefferson up. Almost into the 41. Side by side down the dog leg. And look at Levi Schoen's, Jason Larker, Jim Gammett and others behind. They're closing in. Yepez to the top. Trying to get a run off to keep that 2nd position. Now coming to 6 laps to go. But if they keep battling behind, Joe Jefferson will take it and run away. Jefferson, though, slips up the track. Heath clears the 41, gets in line behind the 30. Now coming to 5 laps to go. Now Heath looks to the inside of the 30 of Joe Jefferson. We've seen photo finishes here in the past. Are we ready to see another one here today? 5 to go. If the yellow comes out, the race is over. And now Jason Larker has caught this pack to make it a 4-car race for the race win as Heath clears Jefferson down the back. And Levi Schoen's 2 laps down. He's looking inside Marcos Yepez. Probably not the smartest move there. If I'm Schoen's, I might want to just get out of the way here. What drive off the 41 has on the top, though. Now 4 laps to go. The 14 has had Jake West very slow. Then the 38 not far ahead of them. So watch for that to possibly play a factor. Coming down now to 3 laps to go this time. The 4 Jason Larker just watching there. Behind the 15 Levi Schoen's. Jefferson. All over the back of Justin Heath. Marcos Yepez trying to stay with them. Now 3 to go. And they have caught the 14 of Jake West. Heath able to keep that race lead for now. As they have caught the 14 of West. Justin Heath gets by better than Joe Jefferson can. Jefferson clears, but is it enough? Now 2 laps to go. Heath has pulled away. He looks to the inside 30 of John Gammett into turn number 1. Jefferson has closed in a little bit. Oh, a good bit he's closed in. But he loses on corner exit. Can't get by the 38. The 38 giving the lane down low. But Jefferson stays to the high side. And now this is Heath's race to lose. Coming to the white flag. Marcos Yepes, Joe Jefferson fight it out for second. 1 lap to go at Phoenix. Heath has a huge lead over the battle for second. It's 0.6 of a second. Yepes clears. It's not enough time though as they race down the back. Heath has to make it 2 more corners and he'll win. Into 3 and 4. Heath drives it nice and smooth down to the bottom lane. And off of 4 they come. Justin Heath will win here at Phoenix. Oh, they're wrecking on the last lap. And a hard hit for the 14 Jake West again. Upside down into the pit wall. And lands on his lid. Emmerich, Galloway involved. Good grief. Wow. They wreck on the last lap. As up front, Justin Heath wins. Now, how did this crash start? We're about to go find out. Jake West does a hard tumble down the front stretch. It looks like Adam McDowell's a little bit angry with the 14 Jake West, the lap car. McDowell up into the 14, puts him into the wall, but then it wrecks himself. In the process, Roland Emmerich has nowhere to go in that. Gets into the 99 of Steve Morgan. They spin down to the inside. And then Galloway coming in, he nails the 14 hard and flips him up and over. Jonathan Buford involved. Look at the 2 of Colton Yo driving right through. Same with the 89. And the 14 flips onto the pit wall and ends up on his lid with the nose of that car on the pit wall. Scary crash there if he would have flipped into pit road. And I think Adam McDowell was a little bit upset with the 14 Jake West right there and how he was holding up the pack, but my oh my, wrecked him in front of the field, and that's one nasty tumble. Very, very scary and dangerous crash there for a place to happen. Cars on the inside, lucky that they were able to get through. Jose Fernandez drives it through and gains some couple spots. Everyone took to the bottom lane trying to avoid that one. And meanwhile, Justin Heath had already taken the checkered flag to win here at Phoenix. Let's go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Gatorade 300 at Phoenix. There were 3 caution flags for 8 laps and 7 lead change among 4 different drivers. Justin Heath leading the most laps, 16 to get to victory lane. Yepes led the second most laps at 11 to end up second. Joe Jefferson led a few laps, he ends up third. Jason Larker in 4th, and Max Anderson rounding out the top 5. Michael Ferris up to 6th, Luke Rainey in 7th, Michael Sanders 8th, Jim Gammett 9th, and Alex Stewart rounding out the top 10. So there's your top 20. Some great battles up towards the front. Some lap cars did definitely spread out there at the end, but I believe the 30 just stayed behind the 38 for what I saw was no reason. The 38 gave him enough room down low to get down low, and Jefferson stayed behind him. We saw that crash on the final lap. Evolved, the 99, the 51 Evolved, they finished 18th and 19th. The 16 went around, ends up in the 21st position. Reigns involved from the pole, ends up 22nd. Galloway got damaged. Jonathan Buford, they end up 23rd and 24th. And people down here starting to get nervous, especially like TJ Hanley, who has not had a great race at all yet in the Target Series, ends up 28th where he started. Gatlin down to your points leaders up into the top 10. Pitted with an unknown issue, ends up 34th off pace. So big issues there for those guys. Eli Brighton's up 3 laps down. He possibly came down pit road as well. Now let's go look at the point standings. Well, here are the points after Phoenix. Gatlin Downey keeps the points lead, but it's only by 12 points over Marcos Yepes, who's now second. Joe Jefferson with some pretty good races so far. He's up to third. Jim Gammett now 4th, and Joe Sandrogen 5th. Then Jennifer Buford in 6th. Justin Heath that win up to 7th. Jonathan Buford in 8th. Levi Schoen 9th. And Jeff Bright rounding out the top 10. So there's your top 20 in the points. As Alexander Rowe, a winner this season, falls to 15th in the points after he's had a pretty dismal race here at Phoenix. As we look down 21st to 40th, drivers down here need to get a win, or even more than that, to get up into contention. Luke Rainey with a good day, gets out of that hole that he was in up to 37th in the points now. TJ Hanley, Eli Bright, looking to try and just gain somehow, any way they can. 41st and 42nd in points, not what they've been wanting out of their season so far. And maybe they can turn around at the next race, which is the Food City 300 at Bristol. See you guys then.